Okay. I bet you we're probably live, but let me double check. Got PTSD now about it because at one time I did a whole bunch of streaming and I just did not ever make it to YouTube. So we are good. Welcome back, everybody. 11-0 Pacers. I cut the last episode short a little bit. I had to go take care of some family things, which, you know, family comes first, as always. But we are back here. Yeah, 11-0 Pacers. We're feeling good. We're feeling really good about what Reggie Miller is contributing to our team off the bench, which apparently I would not shut up about in the last episode. But you know what? Whatever. We have Mike Woodson on our team, Indiana legend Mike Woodson. There was just nothing for him on the open market that anyone was willing to give us. So I might just call up some teams and figure out what trades they would be willing to offer us. I guess really more what trades we're willing to offer them. The problem is half of the guys at the end of the bench, you know, lower seed guys that are not seeing minutes, the type of players that we would, you know, throw in a trade with Mike Woodson. Sorry if you can hear my wife in the background. She's wanting to be a little comedian tonight. Chiming in. So, John Williams famously composed the Star Wars theme. Currently a small forward for the Cavaliers. The problem is that we're not. There's no one that's going to be equal enough salary that I'm sorry, my wife is trying to troll me really hard right now and she's succeeding. There's just no market for Mike Woodson. You know, we had been doing the whole thing of swapping a 79 overall player for a 76 and gaining a first or a second round pick, and there's just no market for it. So we might low-key just hold on to Mike Woodson. He's on a 2-year contract, so even if we roll with him to the end of the year, it's not the end of the world, but we definitely have to trade him before the trade deadline next season, which I think at some point some kind of market for Mike Woodson will open up enough to where we'll be able to move him for something. We just might have to sit on it for a little bit, which honestly, fine, it's okay. But while we're at it, though, let's go ahead and go to this 11-man rotation. And we're just going to swap out Mike Woodson and Colin Wood. Of course, we want Colin Wood to get big man minutes off the bench. Mike Woodson, you're on our team. Welcome. We're happy to have you. No, actually, I changed my mind. Let's go to the 11-man rotation. Let Mike Woodson get some minutes just so that he can, you know, keep his value up, I guess. All right. So I saw a second ago it said here that the 76ers are 4-6 so far. They still have Julius Erving, who is now a 79 overall. Not really that much better than Mike Woodson, truthfully. I mean, they still got 83 overall Maurice Cheeks. Moses Malone, who is 32, just signed a huge contract extension, it looks like. He's probably not going to be too high of an overall for too much longer. This is basically what we were betting on with the 76ers, is that they were going to fall off, which would mean that our 76ers future draft pick would be, you know, worth something. Specifically this one right here, 1991 76ers first. That's likely, I think, going to be a lottery pick, I betcha. But we're going to have to wait. Wait till then to actually be able to cash it in. Knicks, who I'm pretty sure played us in the conference finals last year, they look like they have regressed. I don't remember who their best player was. I don't think he's still on the team, unless it is Bernard King. 30-year-old Bernard King. Also looks like he signed an extension. Probably doesn't have too much longer. Being an elite player. Rockets don't have anybody besides Ralph Sampson that's, you know, that's really that good. Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, the Hawks. I wanted to see how the Hawks are doing since they lost Dominique Wilkins. Looks like they got Detlef Schrempf sliding into the starting 3 spot. Detlef Schrempf certainly no Dominique Wilkins, but if you're going to lose Dominique in free agency, Detlef is not the worst replacement in the world. Of course, they still have Daryl Griffith, Mark Eaton, and our own Terry Porter, who we drafted and traded to Atlanta for Doc Rivers, who then we basically liquidated Doc Rivers for draft picks. I don't have any regrets. You know, Terry Porter's a fine player. He's a really fine player. I just don't know how well he was fitting with our team. You know, I mean, A+, 3-point, A+ playmaking, B+ perimeter defense, you know, A- potential. Sure, you know, that's great. So far this season, though, shooting 32% from 3. That's fine. He's attempted 25 3-pointers so far this year. How many is that a game? So he's played 10 games, 25 threes. That's about 2.5 a game, actually. That's not bad. But he's also getting starter level minutes, starter level touches. I don't think off the bench he would be having the same impact that we're having with Reggie. And I would rather give Reggie Miller and Drazen Petrovic minutes than Terry Porter or Doc Rivers, truthfully, at this point. So I do not have any regrets. Let me just look around real quick and see. Man, Pistons 5-5. Hello? Still got Bill Laimbeer, 86. Del Curry, Horace Grant off the bench. Fine. Isaiah Thomas, is he injured? What happened? He's got to be injured. Okay, yeah, left ankle sprain, 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, I was about to say, there's no way they lost IT. Okay. Whatever. Cavs 5-5. Bullets don't really have anyone crazy besides Xavier McDaniel. Their best player, Jeff Ruland. We traded him. Sure. Let's go ahead and play this Atlanta game. I think that would be a fun game to play. Pacers just won all of our last few games currently. 15-0. We have to be, at this point, the top team in power rankings. Yes. So we are, thank you. Seattle, Washington, Sacramento. Atlanta looks like they're number 2 in power rankings. So are they... Okay, they're technically 3rd seed in the East behind Washington. Interesting. Okay. Not to keep belaboring the point of looking at player stats every other day, but I just like to keep an eye on how things are going. So Elijah Warren is currently our leading scorer, shooting 59%. He's attempting 14 field goals a game. Jordan's attempting 13, basically. Reggie Miller, our 3rd leading scorer. That's basically how you want it. Primary ball handler off the bench. For a rookie, Reggie is a rookie indeed, even though it says undrafted. He was the 3rd pick. That's annoying, that when we uploaded his new Cyberface. It wiped that data, but anyway. 53% from the field. 34% from 3 on 2.7 3-pointers attempted a game. Still where we want his stats to be. He's averaging 2.5 assists, which is really not that high. I mean, he is primarily a shooting guard. We don't have a proper point guard off the bench. That's alright, though. John Stockton nearly averaging double-digit assists. Nearly averaging a double-double. Exactly 10 points a game and 9.9 assists. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, I like our team. I wish Mike was attempting more shots than Akeem is, truthfully. But honestly, I'm not pressed about it.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports.
You know, the last game that we played before we got cut short, I was really having quite a fun time playing position lock. I think that's probably going to be the way that for a while here I'm going to do these games is position lock. Because you're still, you know, you're playing the game, you're in there, you're actually doing it, so you're not just sitting back and watching the computer play itself, but you're only controlling one guy. So you're still kind of saying, you know, you're still seeing the CPU, you know, the other guys on the team, how they're doing and stuff. Well, anyway, I was gonna say, I'm gonna play as Stockton for a little bit. Play as the point guard. Bang, from 3.
Unselfish pass by person. He just wants to see the team put points on the board.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be him.
I think the Hawks and the Pacers both have the same similar kind of like font on the logo on the court and stuff. Aggressively, like very 80s, 90s style, kind of mildly stylized, but still kind of proper font. I really dig it. I think that type of text is gonna come back and be really maybe a little bit niche, but stylish here soon. Tell you what, Terry Porter is playing like he's playing like this is his first full season team that he got. Love it. I've played so many games at point guard in like different my careers on different 2Ks and stuff that I think I could pretty comfortably play position locked point guard. Plus the decision making from the other guys on the starting lineup. You know, we have our core 4 starters still. After all the roster changes that have happened and stuff, our core 4 are still the 4 starters. And I'm really happy that we got Chuck Person and now Scottie Pippen as well. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna call him Mike Post up and see what he does. He'll learn to hit those. Okay. We need to let Akeem go to work a little bit. Barkley clean it up if we need to, like on that play. But you know, that's the big mismatch. The center, well, really all the positions are big mismatches for the most part, except maybe the 3. But especially the center. Dang.
Well, Griffin has worked hard to develop his accuracy, which allows him to sink these shots. And so here is
Classic. A little pump fake with the dish inside, get him up in the air.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 3. It's tipped.
That was Shred. Oh, wow. Terry Porter stole it right back. Uh-oh.
It's good. This game is
yeah.
Porter's got 5 points so far.
Man.
Porter and the 3-ball. That's a lethal combination now because he's consistent from outside the arc.
To the right side.
Call some screens for Chuck Person or something.
Indiana moving the ball.
Let's call a screen from Mike and see what happens.
Back to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Chuck Person with a deep 3. Barkley cleaning it up. It's still kind of funny to me how much like Elijah wanted Barkley just get into aggressive position for the offensive board. Like it's defensive rebound, usually the defender is in between the person they're guarding in the basket anyway, so box out's kind of easy. But like when you're going for an offensive rebound, you have to move the defender out of the way to box them out more often than not, and they just do it so easily. Kind of funny.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside. Another thing they're doing early on tonight is moving the ball.
Oh, Larry Nance ended up on the Hawks. I wonder what kind of contract he signed. I think Cleveland gave up like a first and a second for him or something like that. Or like a rotation player and a first. And Larry Nance just for him to walk in free agency. And it was a future, like it wasn't last year's first where having Nance on the team like would impact. No, I think it's this year's first round pick.
Now Miller, what a tremendous game he played against Houston.
Still Terry Porter out here.
With him, the scouting report says you've got to go over the screen.
Absolutely. He'll hurt you from deep. So you have to fight through those picks.
Now here's Porter. He picked up 12
Okay.
points in their last win against the Nets.
Oh, he's shaking me.
Passes to Nance. Pass to Bedford.
I think
Shot by Bedford, no good.
Really good anticipation. Got a hand in the face right there.
Really disruptive defensively. Great challenge.
I think when it's Reggie and Mike on the floor together, I'm gonna want Mike to be like the main one getting touches and let Reggie kind of play off with him a little bit. Mike obviously is way more of like a shot creator, playmaker than Reggie is. Reggie's more of a play finisher, although he's fully capable of going and just getting some buckets, you know. Reggie's going to benefit from finishing a play more than Mike would benefit from it, because Mike can kind of go and do his own thing. No, I gotta give it to him. They actually make young Scottie Pippen look kind of young.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
We got John Stockton back.
Over the boards in this one, on both ends.
They owned that first quarter because of how hard they went to the boards.
Oh yeah,
Does pay off.
it's too easy.
They're putting in the work trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
Nance outside.
Finally sat Terry Porter. And man, Scottie Pippen freaking locking up Nance.
As you
Good bonus. We're gonna have to work with him on these fouls. I think there's like a weird effect on some of these guys' face scans when it's an older player. Like you can tell they use like old pictures and stuff, so like the lighting's kind of wonky. They don't quite look fully right.
It's Pippen on the wing, covered by Nance. Pippen kicks to Stockton.
I'll give it back to him. He looked like he had an idea.
Indiana needs to get a shot off.
That's a bonus for something up.
Grabs the miss. Atlanta with the ball. Following this run, they get to host the Cavaliers. They'll find themselves.
Okay, back in transition. We got an unfortunate mismatch here.
Out to the right wing. Here's Griffin. Carries it from three-point range.
Wow.
Griffin has got 7 points.
I like seeing Griffin take his three ball. Terrific.
All right, Colin Wood, what do you got? Oh, with the alley-oop.
That's one way to extend the lead.
And what incredible
Hanging from the rim one on. That's crazy.
to do just that.
I feel a lot more comfortable trying that with Colin Wood because I feel like the 2K generics kind of have a bit more modern like levels of athleticism and stuff.
And Nance kicks to Anderson.
Oh,
Arcing shot.
caught me jumping. He didn't even pump fake it.
Indiana leading by 9. Outside Pippen. Stockton outside.
Another one.
Miller right side. It's good. Nice
That catch and shoot is elite.
8 points for him.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such a calm.
We're going to be a
and always
historically dominant team this year. I mean, not that we weren't already last year.
On the wing, Stockton. He picked up 12
To
points.
see what we can do off the dribble.
His passing was just on another level entirely. He was dissecting the defense with his ball movement and getting his
Okay.
straight looks.
Shots
Wow.
by Miller.
This will be key for Pippen. If he can get his shooters going, it'll open
He's
Time call here. The Hawks
really
decide
developed
to
for a
target
rookie, actually. I'm kind of worried how good he's going to be. Because, like, if this is what he's doing at 82, 83 overall, imagine when he gets closer to the 90s like he's supposed to be. He's actually getting the touches to really develop like that, so I don't know. We might see an unbelievable player that this person created for this draft class.
It's Shrimp on the wing.
And it was on camera. It was seen that I did not
great defense.
maybe it wasn't seen on camera.
Getting a hand up on him is a
I did not import attributes, obviously,
And the Pacers lead by 6.
because he's an 82 overall still.
done at both ends.
and building on this lead.
It was just the appearance
Complete game.
for this Reggie.
To the inside. And the double foul. So he's got both and
Well, that was
here to make it a 3-point play.
going to be a crazy shot.
The defense puts some contact on him, but still gets to his finish.
Oh yes,
And he's got his first chance at the
Pacers legend Terry Porter back in.
He's checked in for Gerald Henderson.
Part of me is kind of mad that
At one point they led by 16.
part of me is kind of mad that the guy that is a former Pacer that we traded is now like
Goes back up.
point guarding the number like 3 team in the Eastern Conference who lost their best player last season.
The pursuit there he showed on tracking down.
But I bet you it's just a hot start. I don't think Atlanta is going to stay as a top team.
You can't teach that.
At least not yet. I mean, once Terry Porter develops a little bit, Detlef Shrimp,
Here's
Griffin, I don't know how Griffin is. I don't know what he's got in the tank. If he's still developing or...
by Jordan. And here we go.
All right, Mike.
With it up court. Jordan wide open. The basket is good. The assist from
I had to give
Stockton.
it to Mike because he's the one that got the
Stockton's
steal.
his 7th assist in the game. The Hawks trail by 17. Outside Porter, and that's a foul. Called on Johnson.
Yeah, so this Hawks team might be really good in a few years, but I don't think they are yet. I think it's just a hot start.
Number 22, Larry Nance.
Atlanta is always kind of weird to me in these sims, because on my one sim that I did like 30-something seasons with, where I started in the 90s with Shaq and stuff, the Atlanta Hawks in that one were always kind of strange to me, because all they did was they just had, well, they drafted Dirk, and they just had Dirk forever, and did nothing except be a first or second round exit. Never did anything. Never added anything. Never improved the team really. Just marginal. Had their superstar, got knocked out of the first round of the playoffs every year. I had Kevin Durant on our team, and I ended up having to move him for salary reasons, unfortunately. That's not true. Well, that is true. The bit about the Hawks never doing anything was never fully true. I'll tell you here in a second. Hold on. We're gonna pause this real quick. I need 2 minutes. Okay.
Here's Griffin.
We are back.
It doesn't go for him. Good D by Jordan.
Yeah.
On the
So,
wing, Stockton.
I think I was saying
The pass to Person.
the Hawks in my other little
On the wing,
sim game thing
Here's Elijah.
had Dirk, didn't do anything for the longest time. They ended up drafting Paul George. Actually, they lucked into that. And then I had Kevin Durant on the team. Ended up having to move Kevin Durant for financial reasons, which is a road we're going to have to cross at some point. Having to move guys for finances. But anyway, ended up swapping Kevin Durant for Paul George, who's still on his rookie contract and stuff. Sorry, I just wanted to see before I would get hit that long shot. Yeah. So they added Kevin Durant to Dirk, and I think that we might have played them in the conference finals maybe one time, if even that. And then, you know, when Dirk fell off, you know, he got old, as you do. Then they just had Kevin Durant forever and just repeated the cycle of having the one superstar first, second round out every year. Didn't do anything. It's a middle of the road playoff team forever. You know, that's why I'm so aggressive in making a lot of these trades, is that you gotta be willing to make moves. Oh, that's a terrible shot. You gotta be willing to make moves and take risks sometimes, otherwise you don't get anywhere. Oh, that was such a bad play. Horrible. Okay.
And that one misses. Stockton passes to Person.
Wide open.
Basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 9 assists
Yeah.
on tonight.
Well, we know he's got great peripheral and court vision, and he's passing the ball tonight extremely well.
Yeah, he's keeping everyone involved.
I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year by the time that Scottie Pippen surpasses... Sorry, let me rephrase that. Not this year. Next year or the year after, when Scottie Pippen develops enough to surpass Chuck Person to take the starting 3 spot. I'm not going to give it to him until he's ready, you know? Ready in the sense of between him and Chuck Person, the two rotation small forwards on the team. Well, I'm yawning. Whichever one is the highest overall is going to get the starting spot. Well, all those offensive rebounds, 0 made shots. We may someday live to regret trading Terry Porter, but I don't think so. I think we traded Terry Porter knowing that he's going to be a good player, but acknowledging that that was
back to Jordan. Stockton dishes to Jordan. Pass to Barton.
I got distracted with that, trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. Oh, loose ball foul, you for real?
First team foul.
Whatever. I think we traded Terry Porter knowing that he's going to be a good player. But we traded him not because of skill entirely, but because of fit. Which, you know, once you have your core couple guys that you're building around, you know, in our case it's Reggie Miller, obviously. Not Reggie Miller, Lord. It's Michael Jordan, obviously, and Akeem Olajuwon. And then to a lesser extent, Charles Barkley, and I guess now probably Reggie and Pippen off the bench. But once you have your core, two to 3 to 4 guys you're building around, at that point, it's about fit. Getting the right guys that are going to contribute to helping your stars, your main 2 or 3 or 4 guys do what they do the best. It's not just about stacking as much raw talent as possible. I.e., real life Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. That was a very talented team, but a team that missed the playoffs. Why? Because their fit was terrible. They were redundant. They had 3 guys. Said, oh, you know what? We have one guy, Devin Booker, really good mid-range shot creator. Let's add Kevin Durant, another good mid-range shot creator. And you know what? The icing on the cake? Let's go ahead and trade the rest of anything that we have, the rest of any value we have for Bradley Beal, a guy with, number one, a no trade clause who we couldn't trade if we decided it was a bad move to trade for him. We couldn't even get rid of him unless he agreed to it. But you know what his skill set is? He's a mid-range shot creator. That was a terrible pass. So, you know, even though Bradley Beal honestly didn't have terrible straight up counting stats, it was just their skill set was redundant. Oh, that was a great play. Wow. A reverse dunk alley-oop, like lowered it down between his legs. Unreal. But yeah, they just tried to get as much talent as they could on that team, and it didn't work because the fit was terrible. You know, I could go down the list of all the iconic failed super teams. 2004 Lakers, 20, what would that be? 2014 Brooklyn Nets. Their problem is that they were too old. 2019 Philadelphia 76ers, if you could call them a super team. 3 all-star caliber guys and 1 almost all-star. And Tobias Harris. You know, so there are teams that have been probably the most straight up raw talent team ever. Not ever, but you know, that season. There have been lots of times, and there have been teams that have been the most talented team in the league in any given season, but got beat pretty bad in the playoffs because the fit was wrong. That's going to be a very important part of our decision making with this team, especially now that we have enough assets to kind of go and trade for almost anybody we want if we really wanted them. At least in the draft, we're probably going to be able to move up and get any number 1 draft pick in any draft that we want. It's going to cost us a lot, obviously. Another foul, unbelievable. Yeah, it's gonna cost us a lot, but we have enough assets, enough draft picks, enough quality, talented guys that have trade value on our team that we could make it go and work if we decided we wanted to trade someone or trade for someone. But what guides our decision making with who we're going to add or not add, i.e. why did we add Pippen and Reggie Miller instead of David Robinson? David Robinson, objectively a higher all-time player than Reggie Miller. Why did we add Reggie Miller though? Well, because we needed Reggie Miller. We needed a shot creator. Well, I guess maybe not as much shot creator, but we needed someone off the bench who can go and reliably, consistently get a bucket. on the perimeter, because you know we have Colin Wood still. David Robinson would obviously be an upgrade over Colin Wood, but Colin Wood produces everything that we need him to on a very modest contract because he was a late first-round pick instead of, you know, the number 2 pick. What am I saying? We're not always going to go and get the most talented player we possibly can. That was such bad defense.
Hey, height is just a number when you play with his tenacity and force inside.
Yeah, we're not always going to go and just try to stack as much talent as possible. Yes, we are going to stack talent. They say that was his 3rd foul. Where is it? Make sure I don't foul out. No, it's 4th. Wow. Literally just said it if I would have waited 2 seconds to pause. Oi.
Nance passes to Eaton. Back to Nance. Henderson against Stockton.
Yeah. Well, to say this. Why did we trade Terry Porter? Fit. We recognize he has talent. He's probably in a few years going to be one of the, he's probably going to be one of the better point guards in the league here in a couple of years. But he's not quite the kind of player, the right kind of production that we need from a guard off the bench. So, we cashed him in. You know, we got rid of him. We added Doc Rivers. A different point guard. One of the better point guards in the league. And honestly, we still would have had Doc Rivers on the team if we were able to re-sign him to a contract extension. But, of course, unfortunately, his contract, the original length of his contract was too short to get an extension. He would have entered free agency. We would not have the salary cap room to re-sign him. Man, Larry Nance is out here getting all these crazy dunks.
And finished off by Wood.
Man, I love Colin Wood. He's just so aggressive for, you know, what he contributes, and that's what we need, you know, from him, from his short stints off the bench. He's just a dog.
Just 5 on the clock. Over Miller. And that one's good. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Outside Pippen. Back to Stockton. Inside. Wood in the post.
Wow.
Impressive touch from the swing man.
That was a really tough shot from Scottie Pippen there. I'm impressed.
Henderson against Stockton. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stockton kicks to Miller.
Yep, classic. Drive in just a little bit, get the help defensive attention to give a little bit of room. To our man Reggie in the corner there.
And stolen by Stockton. Miller right side.
I didn't feel good about taking that shot.
Out of bounds. It will go to the Hawks.
Oh, brother.
Substitution on the court.
Just dribbled straight out of bounds. Oh, shoot, we got Drodman. I haven't seen him yet this game or the other one we played.
Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Outside Porter.
We're going to come in here and hit some buckets with Drodman.
Atlanta again missing. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting We've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Sabonis' screen on Porter. Here's Petrovic.
Come on, Drowson.
The Hawks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Outside Porter.
I love that they're getting Petrovic minutes over.
Offensively, it just seems to be out of gas in this half. I'm not sure what
Mike Woodson.
shooting on track.
I mean, we do have him above Woodson in the rotation, but still.
He's going to keep taking those shots.
Now here's Porter. Sabonis grabs the board.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense.
That was a foul.
Was never really in doubt.
Wow.
They stayed firmly in control of the game throughout.
And I believe
Total success.
on another day,
Things will just click and
a foul and a three-point shot is only worth, or is only 2 free throws.
No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for John Stockton.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Terry Porter being guarded by a 6'7" replacement.
Trying to get something going. And it's sent back by Sabonis. Miller surveying the floor for 3. Indiana.
I gotta remember to use this stick with Reggie. This jump shot so
With the ball for the Hawks.
unique.
Throws it up high. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Porter.
Horrible. Here's the thing, I feel like overall Terry Porter didn't have a terrible game. He's just going against us, you know.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Miller outside. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
Terrible.
Wood with the bucket.
I'm still not very good shooting with him.
Silencing this crowd. Now the win clearly in their sights.
great performance on the road. This will help build their chemistry as well.
Passes at the dribble. Outside Green.
We only got 19 seconds left. We might as well finish the game.
Here's Porter. Good. Great play by Green.
Oh, we got team takeover. When did that happen?
Porter recognizing when he should fire. He understands his role in this offense.
Miller outside.
That it.
Right on target.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
So no problem.
All right.
As they get the win.
75 to 35.
It was not the game.
Certified blowout. It was not a crazy, super high offensive performance from us. It was just a really good defensive performance. But you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. Okay. I did have one other idea. I'm not sure if I want to do it though, seeing how as it undid like the drafted info about Reggie. Thinking about getting another face scan for Charles because I'm not totally in love with this one, but I don't want it to, like, you know, change his age and everything. I might just low-key live with this one because it's, I don't know, I feel like Charles Barkley has such a unique face that, like, you're not gonna find one that looks really good and similar to him IRL. But I don't know. Okay, that puts us at 16-0. Holy cow! Who's on the Warriors? How are they this bad? Okay, whatever. Yeah, we might have to come back this next time and play this game against the Bullets. Oh, we finally got our first loss of the season, November 28th. Wow. Against the Cavs. What happened in this one? We had 8 more field goal attempts than they did. Points in the paint, they killed us. Okay. They thoroughly out-rebounded us. That's strange. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. You know, we're bound to lose one eventually. Okay. Well, we're going to play this game against the Washington Bullets next time. I believe they might still be Yeah, they're the number 2 seed in the East. Don't really have a superstar on their team, actually, or anything even really resembling a superstar. They just must be a really good, well-balanced team. I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it and run them out the league. Portland's fallen off. Woof. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at that. Sacramento, Nate McMillan starting point guard. Okay. Patrick Ewing. Okay, yeah, that explains it. 91 overall Patrick Ewing. Third year in the league, starting to come into his own. Only averaging 19 and 9 though. It's nothing crazy, but it's about impact, not totally counting stats. Denver, Alex English, of course. Kiki Vanderweek. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce it. Cool. Cool, balanced team. Alright. Well, that's all we got time for today. We're going to come back and watch this, either watch it or play it, this game against the Washington Bullets next time, and figure out our plan for the rest of the season. Going into the off season, you only have one guy that has a any kind of player of the week. That's Akeem. So yeah, player of the week though, rookie David Robinson, 2-time player of the week. Hold on, right before we go, I might have to go look at David Robinson, because if he's doing all that as a rookie, we might look back and regret not drafting him. He's an 84 overall. Okay. Sure, 17 points per game, 14 rebounds, wow. 3.5 blocks, wow. 46% from the field, that's nothing crazy, but that's impressive rebounds and blocks a game. We might regret not taking Robinson in that last draft and sticking with Sabonis. Might be too late to try to trade for him now, but man, I don't know. Okay, well, that's where we're going to leave it today. We'll come back next time, play the game against Washington, and have some more fun. So, all right. We'll see y'all next time.